Well, if it isn't Yoimiya. Come on in, dear. Come and take a seat. Are these two your friends?
Yes, they're travelers from afar. Outsiders have a very difficult time getting into Inazuma nowadays.
Indeed, these are unprecedented times. But seeing as they came all this way, we locals should give them a warm welcome.
Is this not the same guy? I think he nearly called us an outsider before, but stopped himself from doing it really early on in the game.
Oh, before I forget, I brought the fireworks that you ordered.
Oh, thank you, dear. Your family is so good to us every year. First your father, and now you. I wonder if I'll still be around to see the next hair of Naganahara fireworks.
Of course you will. You're both in great health. Don't say things like that. It's bad luck.
We aren't as young as we once were, though. The body knows it. It used to be that I could spend all day working the land, carrying water back and forth. But now, even a moment of light work leaves me with all sorts of aches and pains. I wanted to do some weeding yesterday, but as soon as I bent down to get started, I suddenly felt that if I went any further, I wouldn't be able to get back up again.
No worries. Say no more. We'll handle it.
No, no, no. We can't be putting you to work when you're a guest in our home. I'll just go fetch the tea and some snacks, and then we'll continue our conversation.
It's fine. It's not like it's the first time I've helped you with chores. I just haven't had much time recently with the fireworks show coming up. But once that's out of the way, I'll be sure to come by more often.
It's no trouble, really. We don't mind helping.
Really? Paimon feels that way? About weeding? Okay.
Oh, you're such good kids. As for mine, he's all grown up now. Hasn't found anyone yet. And he doesn't visit very often. If you're quite sure it's no trouble, then I have some pickled radish here. Would you mind delivering it to Satoru on the other side of the village?
Sure, it won't take us a moment. The old folks aren't very mobile, so come on, let's help them out. We'll get rid of the weeds first and then deliver the pickled radish.
Okay. Help the old couple clean up the courtyard. Okay. So, weeding. Oh, over there. Oh, they're everywhere. Oh, I see. We're not really getting the roots, but okay.
Yeah, you got it! And that should just about do it. Satoru
Excuse
is on
me.
the other side of the village. Let's go see him now.
This is shiny. Okay.
Hey, Satoru! How have you been? Keeping well?
Yeah, same as usual. Not much has changed. You're looking full of life, as always.
All thanks to the support of our loyal customers. The family business just keeps getting better and better. We sold some fireworks to Liyue a while back, and word is they were a real hit. So it looks like we'll be getting more business from over there in the future.
Well, that magic deer there that exploded. Did she make that? That's crazy. She made that? I don't know, I'm just assuming she's talking about the lantern, right?
That must mean a lot more work for you, though. Are you sure you and Mr. Ryunosuke can manage? If it gets too much, don't forget, you can always ask me for help,
Is this guy not an Inazuman local? He's got an accent.
We should be fine. I think we can cope. Oh, yeah. This is some pickled radish from Mrs. Imatani.
Oh, wow, thank you so much. I never used to be a fan of pickled radish, would you believe? But then I tried some of Mrs. Imatani's homemade stuff and I couldn't get enough of it. It's a family staple now.
Speaking of your family, how's everyone doing?
They're doing well. We have the occasional heated argument, but I guess that's every family ever. Being close to family is better than never getting to see them, even if it does mean putting up with some conflict. Now, Mr. and Mrs. Imatani seem to have a great relationship, but still, they must get lonely with their child never visiting.
Huh, they didn't seem that way to me. I think they're just used to it. You make a good point, though. I should drop by more often in the future. That way, they won't get so bored.
Oh, I'm sure they'd love that, as would all of us in Konda Village. You're always welcome here.
Thank you. Now that we finished all the chores, it's time to talk to the Imatanis about Sakujiro.
That was quick. Ah, young people are so handy.
Younger people have bundles of energy, and older people have a wealth of wisdom. Each have their strengths.
Speaking of youth, do you know what? It's been 50 years this year.
Oh, so it has. Goodness, how the time flies. You barely notice as the years go by, but then suddenly 50 years have passed.
50 years of what? Marriage?
50 years since what? Some important day?
Well, if you must know, it was 50 years ago, back in the days when this young lady was still trying to win me over, that...
Oh, stop trying to impress them. We both know you were the one who was hopelessly smitten and desperately trying to win my affection.
Well, maybe you're right. 50 years ago, I proposed to my wife at the Naganahara fireworks show. We've been together ever since. To tell the truth, I was still a little uncertain. I wasn't sure what I was doing when I walked into the Naganahara's shop and ordered my firework. Even as it was rising up into the sky, I still had no clue what I was going to say. But then it exploded, the sky lit up. I looked back at her and saw her eyes twinkling in the light of the fireworks. Before I knew what was happening, apparently, I'd already said it. And, well, she'd said yes.
50 years. In some ways, it's a long time. In others, it's no time at all. Really, it's just a number. But 50 years of being together, now that is something worth commemorating.
I had no idea it was your 50th anniversary. If I'd known, I would have made some extra fancy fireworks just for you.
Seems like even they didn't know until just now. It was a cute story. That was nice. That's been the best part so far. That was really nice. Perhaps the 50th anniversary isn't a good day to be like, can you commit some crimes with me?
Oh no, it's quite all right. We always set off the same firework every year. It wouldn't be the same without it. Seeing that firework go off takes us right back to those days. Even at this age, we still look back with not a single regret.
Ah, what a great relationship they have.
Enough about us, though. Yoimiya, aren't you busy with the fireworks show coming up? Was there something you needed to discuss?
Yeah, it's a difficult thing to talk about, but here goes.
We should save it for a different time. Not during the 50th anniversary, like turn them also into collaborators of a crime, and then get their son involved when they already don't have a great relationship with them, and if he gets caught, then the first thing he did with them, after trying to get communication going again, was just get arrested. Okay.
Sakujiro. So he came back.
Huh? You know him?
He was our boy's best friend when they were young. They were inseparable. They grew up together, shared everything with each other, and went everywhere together. But one day, they had a terrible argument.
Sakujiro seemed to feel that Inazuma was too peaceful and wanted to see what the outside world was like. But our Keisuke took after his father and mother. He felt that there was nothing wrong at all with being peaceful. You know what children are like. They get terribly worked up about these sorts of things. In the end, Sakujiro stormed off, and that was that.
I see.
Keisuke said nothing to me or my wife about the fight. We could sense that he was very hurt by it, but he didn't want to talk with us about how he was really feeling. Eventually, whether out of pent-up anger or for some other reason, he joined the Tenryou Commission. He rarely comes home anymore.
If it was anything else, I could talk to Keisuke, and I'm sure he'd be willing to help. But since it's Sakujiro, I don't feel there's any way we can get involved.
What a strange coincidence. Who'd have thought?
I understand now. When I asked Sakujiro why he came back, he just said because of past mistakes and wasn't willing to elaborate. Now I finally understand why he can't decide what to do.
Two best buddies in childhood. One grows up to join the Tenryou Commission, the other grows up to join the Tenryou Commission's most wanted list.
I wonder if that's the coincidence. And not a coincidence that they're involved. Or actually not a coincidence whatsoever, seems like possibly planned. They're after him, he wants to find him, joins the Tenryou Commission to find him.
Well, no worries. If that's the case, then never mind. We can find some other way to help Sakujiro. There's no need to make things difficult for you. This sounds like something for Sakujiro and Keisuke to resolve between themselves.
Yes. It'd be so nice if they could go back to the way things were.
I think after all these years, they ought to let go of their grudges.
Well, can't say we didn't try. I'll let Sakujiro know after we get back.
Yoimiya, something bad's happened. Some people from the Tenryou Commission came by.
Ooh.
Huh? Why? Do they know? Pops, are you alright? They didn't do anything to you, did they?
I told them the show was starting soon and the place was filled with fireworks, so they shouldn't go in because it's a fire hazard. But they didn't listen. It seemed like they knew Sakujiro was inside.
Really? Was it the boat maker?
Luckily, Sakujiro heard them coming in time and managed to escape through the window. The Tenryou Commission wasn't able to capture him.
The boat maker's the only one we know that knew. I did, like, as well as outside of us.
Oh, this is bad news. I don't think Sakujiro had enough time to make his mind up. Pops, did you see where he went? Oh, the Tenryou Commission will definitely be chasing after him. Good point. Names. Reading names. Suddenly showing up like this. Surely it must be Keisuke's doing.
I don't remember all these names.
The Commission wouldn't normally cause this big of a fuss over a stowaway.
Sorry, my ears are no good. And I didn't get a good look at them either. If you're wondering which way they went, they left the city. I wish I'd caught their names. But I didn't hear a thing.
As it happens, I did.
Mhm.
I was getting some ore from my friend's place and happened to bump into them on the way over. I think their leader's name was Keisuke, just like you said.
Just as I thought. Thanks.
I'm confused. There's just names. There's names everywhere.
If Sakujiro still hasn't made up his mind, those two running into each other won't solve anything. And even worse, there'll be no coming back from it for Sakujiro. We can't let that happen. Come with me. Let's track them down.
Oh, yeah, the one who said there must be a... I'm sure he has made up his mind. She's the one who pointed out if someone's going on a long journey, then they must have good
Someone needs
reason.
assistance. It's Matsusaka and his friends. Let's ask them.
Okay.
Hi, Yoimiya! Are the weapons to scare away the great Mujina yokai ready yet?
Oh, Mr. Ryunosuke is making them right now. You can go collect them from my house later.
Aren't you gonna play with us, Yoimiya?
I'm sorry. I have something important to do right now. I'll be back later on. But I'll bring you guys some candy next time. The extra sweet candy, the one you guys love.
Yay! We're gonna get candy! Woohoo! Candy! Whoa!
Alright.
Also, I wanted to ask you guys something. Did you see a bunch of scary-looking men come by here at all?
Yep, we did. It looked like they were chasing someone.
Are they trying to catch a monster too?
No, don't worry. It's all just a big misunderstanding. Be good kids and stay out of trouble, alright? Stay in the city for now, and I'll come play with you after the fireworks start.
We will. We'll be on our best behavior, especially for you, Yoimiya.
It looks like this is the right way. Let's keep going.
Okay.
If Sakujiro still hasn't made up his mind, I guess I'll have to step in. Look! There are people from the Tenryu Commission over there! It must be them!
Sorry, official business. I can't let you pass.
Sakujiro and Keisuke are up ahead, right? We need to talk to them about something.
Didn't you hear me? You're not getting past.
Ugh, what a nuisance! Well, you've only got yourself to blame!
Oh no, this is stupid. This makes 0 sense. Alright.
The fuse is lit!
I must. I must withdraw.
As a beautiful maid
Alright, I'll try Yurimi instead.
I must withdraw. I must withdraw.
I know this is probably not the most optimal use of Yomi ever, but
I must withdraw.
well, great.
How dare you impede the work of the Tenryo Commission?
Yeah.
You will be punished for your actions.
Yeah, she should be, honestly. What you doing?
There is nowhere you can escape justice. Not even at the edges of the world.
Oh my god, that guy's got a real hard-on for the rules of the Tenryo Commission, Jesus.
Look at that! The one with the loudest mouth had the fastest feet. We can't waste any more time on these guys. Let's push on. They should be just ahead.
Well, time to have everyone in the Naganohara finally be arrested, I guess. For being collaborators. What was she doing? Now that they know she's involved. To be honest, it kind of seemed like they already knew if they were rushing in specifically to the fireworks area. Oh.
Your skills with the sword have stagnated, Sakujiro. You should have known that you stood no chance against me in a duel.
Is he an asshole now?
I never imagined I'd fall into your hands. If this is to be my fate, I accept it. I have nothing else to say.
But your return says that you finally came around to my point of view.
Whatever you say.
Wow, sounds like an asshole, Jesus.
You will return with me to the Tenryo Commission to await your sentencing.
Really? You want to have your friend arrested? Jesus Christ.
The one who made this boat will also be punished.
Wait!
Quickly set him on fire, Yoimiya. Save him.
It doesn't have to end like this! Don't you have anything else to say to one another?
Hey, I know you. You're Naganahara's girl, who makes the fireworks. I know you like to get involved in other people's business, but stay out of this. It does not concern you.
It's okay, Yoimiya. The past is the past.
And why did you risk life and limb to get yourself back into Inazuma? And why were you so reluctant to leave after you got here? I'll tell you why. This is why. This is the chance you've been waiting for. To talk everything through.
I have nothing to say to him.
Other than come get sentenced.
He's a criminal. I work for the Tenryo Commission. There is never any room for discussion. Out of respect for the friendship we once had, I gave him a chance to fight for his freedom. But his skills with the sword are as disappointing now as they ever were.
What are you talking
Christ.
about? And just who do you think you're kidding?
Yeah, that's so random. Who cares?
You left all your subordinates back there to guard the road, making sure no one else followed you here. Seems to me like you were hoping for a chance to talk. I can see it in your faces. You both have so much to say, and you're just gonna choose to keep it all inside?
Tuh. Don't flatter yourself. What would you know?
I mean, blockade. I found it weird as well. Not that we know anything. But you don't offer up freedom if you're so into the Tenryo Commission.
Yoimiya, leave it. It was just my wishful thinking.
No, I won't leave it. I will not stand by and watch when you haven't even done anything. Keisuke, you seem to like settling things with a duel, so let's do it your way. I challenge you to a duel. If I win, then you need to say everything that's in your heart. No more running from your feelings. And the same goes for you, Sakujiro. If I win, you will tell Keisuke exactly why you came back, no matter what the consequences are. You have to tell him everything.
I guess we're about to
If you
win.
don't say anything now, you may never have another chance.
And if you lose?
Then I'll admit to collaborating with Sakujiro and accept the Tenryo Commission's punishment.
Yoimiya.
I accept. Let's settle this
Why
with a
would you
duel.
accept that? Why would you make this worse on the people you know? That's such a fucked up, like, duel that shows what kind of person you are to just accept. You should have turned down, just admitted to whatever was on your mind, and just turned down the challenge. You know what? I'm gonna lose on purpose.
Sir, we're here to back you up.
It's a test.
Back up? Duels are supposed to be one-on-one! Alright, that's it! Let's help Yoimiya!
I want to believe in their friendship. Yoimiya wants to believe. I'll try to believe, even though she wants to settle with a duel. Does this shield explode? It doesn't.
Burned too brightly.
How did you miss? You suck. What the hell is that? Christ. Guess Noel's got a bit of defense. I thought these were special NPCs that attacked in unison. Oh, they are? Oh, that's pretty cool.
It was my honor.
They should have
to
more AI
serve
like that.
you.
Why do they never miss?
I believe in Yoimiya's friendship. She wants to believe in things that are childish and unrealistic. I do as well.
That's gonna hurt in the morning. Ow! Couldn't break the curse.
You're
Your skills
joking.
with the sword have
Oh
you should
my
have known.
god.
Never
Who
imagined
cares if I lost?
If this is to be.
But
It
your
was
return
gonna show
said
what kind of person he
you will
was.
return the one who made this.
Wait! It
I was
doesn't
trying to
have
believe in
I know
him.
you. You're Naganohara's girl.
If we're so
who makes the
sure,
fireworks. I know you
I
like to
can't
get.
skip.
It's okay, Yoimiya. The past
Right.
is the.
Then why did you risk
I don't want
all
to
that
settle
lie?
things with a
I
door.
have nothing. He's a criminal.
I
Out
have
of
nothing
respect-
to blah 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 criminal
You left
blah
all
blah
your
blah blah blah
subordinates back,
blah
we can
blah
see
blah
it in
blah
your
blah
face.
blah. I can see it in your blah 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 blah
Don't
blah blah.
flatter
Why did people
Yoimiya.
join the fight?
No, I won't leave it. Keisuke, you seem to like said if I
Alright,
win, and the
stop.
same goes for you. If you don't say anything,
And if you,
then I'll admit to
Yoimiya.
I accept.
Okay.
Sir, we're here to wrap you up.
Wait. What's happening here? I failed again? I didn't do anything. What's happening? What just happened? I didn't die. Again? I'm gonna have to go through a scene a third time? Because the game glitched and made me fail twice in a row? Please
Your
don't
skills
do
with
that.
the sword
Your
have, you should have
skills
known.
with my...
Never imagined. If
Shut
this
up.
is to be.
But I know you like to get it.
I like
It's okay.
I like
Yoimiya.
this. This is the way I would have it.
The past.
can see it in
Blah,
your face.
blah, goddamn
Don't
blah.
flatter
This is
Yoimiya.
stupid. I don't
No,
care.
I won't leave it.
There's
Keisuke,
one nice guy
you
who
seem to
feels
like
guilt
said
and
if
one
I win,
asshole.
and
I
the same
don't
goes for
care.
you. If you
I
don't
don't know
say
why he
anything,
hasn't given up on the
then I'll
friendship
admit
thing.
to
Yoimiya.
I accept.
Sir, we're here
I
to back
accept.
you
Blah,
up.
blah, 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 blah.
Back up? Duels are supposed to be one-on-one! Alright, that's it! Let's help Yoimiya! We can't let her fight them all alone!
Oh, I didn't see that they were gonna... Whoa. Alright. Whoops, I didn't want to hit them with a shield. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong turn.
Fuse is lit.
Can you be stunned, please? And he phases
Sir,
into
they are too
nothingness.
strong. We need more men.
He's just standing there, just going, "Sir, we are too strong." And we just friendly sitting, standing in a circle.
Stand down.
What?
I thought I told you to stay away. Now stand down.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
Young lady, you are just as obstinate as Sakujiro was back then. Why were you so convinced that we had things to say to each other?
Because Sakujiro may not have told me about you when he came back, but he did order a firework from me. Then your parents told me about what happened between you when you were younger. Once I'd heard the story, I realized that the firework meant something special to you both. And that's why I simply refuse to believe that you have nothing to say to each other. Nobody sets off a firework to feel lonely, do they?
The reason I came back is that I felt lost. It wasn't that I'd changed my mind, I just felt that what I'd done in the past was to try to escape from reality. I saw the freedom of Mondstadt, the contracts of Liyue, the wisdom of Sumeru, and the justice of Fontaine. It all left a deep impression on me. I was glad that I'd left Inazuma, but then I happened to hear about the Sakoku decree. I was an escapee, and I was proud of that. What I should have tried to do is take the good things from the outside world and bring them back home.
So that's why you came back? Out of your naive hope of changing the way things are here?
No, I let go of all those delusions of grandeur. I just felt that I never should have run away like that. After all, you never ran away.
Huh?
I don't know about you, but life hasn't been easy for me. But I just had to come back and visit. It was like fate was calling me, and I couldn't ignore it any longer.
Life isn't easy for anyone. I truly worship the Raiden Shogun. Her ideas were my personal creed, and I desired nothing more than to see her will done. But now, my role is to punish violators of the Sakoku decree and confiscate people's visions. It's not what I signed up for when I joined the Tenryo Commission. I do wonder, am I really doing the right thing? The boat is yours.
Huh?
I couldn't make you stay in Inazuma, but that doesn't mean I want to keep you here by force.
What will you say to the higher-ups?
Don't worry about that. I'll handle it. If you want to come back, I hear the process of returning to Inazuma from the outside world is long and complicated, but it can be done. I will lend you my help, but until then, you'll have to wait.
He's not finishing his, I will lend you my help. Until then, wait for me out there.
And don't kick the bucket on the way out.
Don't worry, Keisuke. I won't.
He wants to leave Inazuma too now?
Any chance we can watch the fireworks together?
Maybe next time.
That's nice.
I'll be demoted for sure. It's not like me to give in to childish sentiment like this. I can't explain why I went through with it. It's the one that Sakujiro planned on using for his escape. I asked Yoshitaka and the others to transport it here, citing the temporary contraband storage clause. Forcing Sakujiro to this spot was also something I had planned all along. It's just like you said, Yoimiya. Even though I hadn't fully made up my mind, my actions betrayed my intent.
But I think you did the right thing. And look, now you've managed to resolve the grievance in your heart by talking about it.
I understand now. Thank you. I didn't know you were quite so perceptive. You saw right into what I was thinking.
That's only because I know your parents so well. They're both really nice people, so I didn't think the apple would fall too far from the tree.
I had heard there was a new Naganohara running things these days. Little loud and reckless maybe, but you live up to the family name. By the way, Naganohara fireworks can reproduce the firework that the two of us set off back then, right? Would you be able to make one for me?
Sorry, no can do. Without the slipper reference, I can't make the same one again. And I'm afraid Sakujiro is the one with the slip.
Ah, I see. Never mind then.
Don't get too down just yet, though. I mentioned that Sakujiro ordered a firework from me, didn't I? I can't make another one, but I'm guessing Sakujiro probably won't be needing his anymore. It'd be a shame for it to go to waste, so I'll make an exception and let you set it off instead.
I'm lost again because of these names.
Thank you very much.
No worries. And don't miss out on the start of the fireworks show.
I assume that was his...
Yeah, the way you took command of that whole situation was amazing!
It's a little bit forced, but yeah. It was a good job. I wish it was more, it had more weight to it, instead of being so chirpy. I like everything has the same sort of mood when Yoimiya speaks or tries to do anything, regardless of the situation.
What can I say? I like to talk. I'm a strong believer in the power of words. If you're not willing to communicate, then the problem just sits there. If you just keep staring at it without doing anything, eventually you'll watch every last opportunity to resolve it slip away before your eyes.
Yeah, like stuff like all these words, all these sentences she just said, just sort of come off in the same way as she would say anything else. It just doesn't seem to have any nuance. And it seems like even this camera shot was, she was meant to say something insightful and thoughtful. And yet, I don't know, it doesn't come off as anything to me. It's hard to to feel what emotion she feels. Like, it seems like she says everything in the same way. It's almost like she doesn't care about... She cares about everything, regardless of it, what it is, equally as much. It's weird. It's hard to feel anything here.
Sakujiro and Keisuke can't turn back the clock in their relationship, but that's no reason to live with remorse. Anyway, follow me. I'll bring you to the perfect place to watch the fireworks.
The smiliness is really quite annoying to me, actually. But anyway.
My
yeah.
pops will set off the firework that I wanted to give to you.
So she'll take me to a spot where I can watch... Oh, I'm in the wrong spot. Where I can watch the fireworks. But... doesn't she have a job to do as well? Is she leaving her dad to do everything? Nah.
Someone needs assistance.
Quite noticeable.
Huh?
Oh, this is getting seen in the water. I guess it also puts people's eyes in the sky, though.
Keisuke.
So, Yumiya, these fireworks, what do they mean to you? Yumiya? Shh. Huh? Oh.
That was amazing. It was so beautiful I could weep. I didn't actually cry though, right? I just feel a bit misty-eyed. Oh, remember that big one that went up first? The gold one? That's the one I had Pops make for you.
Oh, Paimon saw it! It was one of the best ones! They won't forget that anytime soon!
See, so when people have specific ones made, they have them set off. So the event has everyone's individual firework. Got it. So it's not that they have their own personal fireworks and also the fireworks festival or display or whatever it's called. They all have their individual requests. Their like commissions go up one at a time like that.
That's what I wanted to hear. I was hoping it would leave a deep impression on you guys. No matter where your journey takes you and no matter what hardships might lie ahead, I hope you'll always be able to look back fondly on the fireworks you saw tonight. I believe that as time goes by, this firework will only grow brighter and more beautiful in your heart. Oh, and also, you're technically my customers now. Here, this is your paper slip. If you ever want to see that golden firework again, just come and see me.
You know, Yumiya, you seemed to turn into a completely different person during the fireworks. You were so quiet, and it was like you couldn't hear anything at all.
Oh, I can hear you. I just have a habit of being silent while I'm watching fireworks. Quietly watching something you made with your own hands rise into the sky feels like a sacred ceremony to me. You asked me what fireworks mean to me, right?
Yep. Well, for Koichi, who built the boat for us, and his friend, Third Sis, fireworks commemorate friendship. For Keisuke's parents, they commemorate marriage. And for Keisuke and Sakajiro, they were commemorating...
I don't know, is that the answer? Unwavering beliefs? I'm not quite sure what they were commemorating. I thought it was just a reminder of themselves, of them being together.
Oh yeah, right, beliefs!
As for me, to be honest, even though I've thought about it countless times before, I still haven't found an answer.
Seriously? Huh. Paimon was expecting something deep and philosophical.
Well, no one's ever asked me this before, so I've never really settled on an answer. It was by chance that I happened to be born into the Naganohara family, so it was by chance that I ended up learning this craft from my pops. It's also by chance that I've met so many people, learned so many things, and discovered that people associate watching fireworks with the things that are most precious to them. Fireworks that disappear in a flash of light are probably the furthest thing away from the eternity that our shogun desires. But people's feelings don't just disappear, and it's those feelings that give fireworks their purpose. If nobody wanted to watch fireworks, then they wouldn't exist. Also, consider this. You have to have the Naganoharas because so many people are emotionally invested in the existence of fireworks. If we didn't exist, their wishes would go unfulfilled, wouldn't they? You know, I don't really think about complicated things like this very often. But I'm proud that I was born into the Naganohara family and have the chance to make so many pretty fireworks.
Inazuma's not such a bad place. Paimon's having a pretty good time. But we should probably go and see about the next operation that Toma and Ayaka were talking about, right? As usual, it's the first stop, Komori Tea House. Are you ready to head over?
The female characters, they pose. It's really weird. I don't know why they just can't put their arms down. Anyway, it's weird. It was that was enjoyable. I especially, I think that ending was pretty good. It was quite a strong ending. It's just too bad I felt like a lot of things were. It's too bad I felt like a lot of things were kind of flat. Maybe I'll stand in front of her. She was looking at me kind of weird, like that. Now I'm standing too close, I think. We're also looking down at each other's chests a bit. Yeah, I liked that ending. I was surprised that Yoimiya finally did something that wasn't her usual... her usual, you know, way of acting. That overly cheerful, samey type of happiness to everything. Which, to be honest, at the end they kind of saved it, even though I'm complaining about it. When they got her to explain that actually, she doesn't think about things like that. Oh my god, stop.
I'll brew you some.
Stop.
Do you take sugar? 1 cube or 2?
2 spoons. 2 teaspoons. And coffee, not tea. Yeah, how she explained that it's not something she does to think about things so seriously like that, to have an answer for these kinds of questions about when she got asked what the fireworks mean to her. So I guess that's just the kind of person she is, not taking things too seriously, believing in stories that are clearly not to be believed, and they're just a bit of fun. I think they kind of saved her personality there, for me, at least. Took all the way until the end of the story where I was getting frustrated with how it seems like all she can do is smile. It did feel flat sometimes when some things she was quite feeling strongly about, like the relationship between Kyosuke and Ryusuke. I don't remember the names. The two friends that that weren't getting along. I wish that was a bit more impactful, because I really didn't feel anything. I just wasn't feeling the majority of Yoimiya's story. I don't know if they put more effort into Ayaka's, or if... Because there's a bunch of things that affected me about Ayaka's story throughout. Maybe I just don't connect to less serious... Maybe I just don't connect very well to less serious topics, which I don't, but... I think this one was a bit too... I guess... I felt like I was lacking in motivation. Like I couldn't see why the things were happening. Like why feel strongly? Why she just was nice. It was almost like it was almost like the argument was because she is nice. It's like it's just a super dead end. It's like making Superman fight things. It's like, who cares? He is going to win. Why is he fighting anything? Why is anything fighting back against him? He just is going to win. It's just too strong and overwhelming. I don't know. It wasn't... I don't know. I need more reasons. I want to know why. Why to everything. I want to know why. Still enjoyable, but it is too bad. I barely... she's just... that personality was just not for me, and not to mention it often reminded me of... I should stand on this side. It often just kept reminding me of, like, Amber and Clay, and... I honestly, I wish the fireworks went on longer. That was a great scene. I liked watching her silently watching. Like, I thought that was such a great scene. And then, I don't know, it lasted maybe like 5 seconds. I just wanted to watch her watching it a bit longer. And sure, it's like a fleeting moment, the fireworks, so it's kind of... So I guess the argument could be made for it was a short moment because because fireworks are short-lived, but I wanted to really sit in that moment a bit longer. And it just got cut a bit soon. And to be honest, the start was so boring and dull, and so... I don't know. I didn't mind the story. Maybe the next bit will be better. But I'm sad. I wished I cared. I wish I cared about everything, but I really didn't. Feels bad.
I think I'll stay here for a bit longer. The show is still not quite over in
It's
my heart.
daytime. Oh, I see. In your heart. I agree. I wish... yeah.
Oh, but if you wanted to chat, I'll happily oblige.
What do you want to do afterwards? Are fireworks expensive? What if the Tenryo Commission causes you more trouble? Yeah, what, like... Actually, what does she want to do?
Matsuzaka and the others are still waiting for me so we can go hunt down the great Mujina yokai. I'm like a big sister to them, so I can't go back on my word.
I also didn't care about that part either. Jesus Christ, children are so boring. My opinion, though. Like, I wasn't expecting a strong story that involves children hunting down make-believe monsters, but I don't know. It wasn't... I liked what they tried to do with it, though, about turning it into about Yoimiya as well, about believing in things that aren't real, making things feel more magical. Reminds me of someone I know. Well, it feels a little bit less dull when people can believe in things like that, and I don't. Makes things feel not as bad.
Also, I want to go and ask everyone what they thought of the fireworks. And over the next few days, I'd also like to thank everyone for their support. That includes you and Paimon too, of course. I think I'll stay here for a bit longer. The show is still not quite over in my heart. Oh, but if you wanted to chat, I'll happily oblige. I'll kick their butts again.
It's illegal. How is she not arrested? That's like some serious, like, actual issues. She needs to be arrested. Are we gonna have to save her from the Tenryo Commission or prison? Or is there gonna be a Yoimiya jailbreak? There has to be. She did the most illegal thing ever, though. Unless the guy, like, covers for her and goes, leave it be.
I'm joking. Didn't I tell you that my family deals with the commissions quite a bit? We have an easy enough time of it. At the worst, we'd have to apologize, smile, and pay a fine. It wouldn't be the end of the world.
Damn rich people getting away with all the crimes they can commit because they got money and influence over society. It's just as corrupt as real life. Speaking of as corrupt as real life, it kind of feels like the Sekuko decree is almost not that impactful to people around. Obviously, it's hugely impactful to the world, but to Inazuma, I mean. It kind of seems like everyone we interact with has a way of dealing with it in a way to circumvent really just following any of the laws. Don't know. It's weird how it almost doesn't seem to make a difference to people's behavior. It just makes it harder for them to do the things they were already doing and they have continued to do anyway. I don't know. It feels like there's almost no actual resistance. Like it's not prevented life from continuing as normal. It's just made life a bit harder. And I feel like it's almost like nothing's been taken away. Like, they tried to take things away and it didn't work, and they found ways around it. People found ways around it. And found ways to help each other. Yoimiya's hair's kind of weird. Anyway.
You two should be careful, though. Without the same connections, you can't afford to be as reckless as me.
Have you as a connection?
I think I'll stay here for a... Oh, but if you wanted to chat, for you guys, I'll do it for free. I did kind of force it on you after all. Not to mention that I dragged you along with me and gave you all sorts of trouble along the way. I'd feel bad if I charged you anymore,
Oh, you make everyone have to charge you. Plus, we said we wanted to join when you said we could just sit back anyway. I think it's fine for us to pay. I think we should pay.
It's fine. Look, how about we make a deal? After you find your brother, tell him to come to Naganohara Fireworks for all his fireworks needs. That way, I'll get another customer. Sound fair?
Yeah,
also,
sure.
it'd be nice to meet him.
Sure. Anyway, I think it's a good place to stop. Finally, I say finally, got done with Yoimiya's quest, and, oh, okay, nice. And, yeah, it was okay. I wish I was affected. I am not. But anyway, yeah, it's a good place to stop. I guess next time we can continue with the main story, where we actually deal with finding our way to meeting the Raiden Shogun, seeing how that goes. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. I was mostly quiet, but I think I mostly had nothing to say. Apologies, just didn't seem to be the most, yeah, anyway. Hope you enjoyed. I guess I'll see you guys next time. I'm excited to finally get round to, considering the up 2.1's coming, excited to have a sort of momentum to this story. Like or at least a momentum for the continuation. just because if other people I knew weren't too excited, or as excited as I wished they were to talk about it, then I'll consider it as a continuation. Yeah, anyway. See you guys soon. Hope you enjoyed. More next time.